friends, today's video is going to be very fun for some of you. This is a video that some portion of my subscribers have been asking for. Today we are doing a K-beauty haul of products that are geared towards more mature skin. In a lot of ways, this is kind of a high-end K-beauty haul, although I'm not really sure about how that distinction works in Korea. If any of you have more insight, feel free to share, because it's really a question I have. Some of the products in this video are labeled, for example, this luxury lipstick, but this was not luxury pricing in my humble opinion. I paid about $22, $24 for this lipstick, which I think is a good example for starting this video. It's a whole anti-aging skincare routine that we are going to do together, a handful of makeup products, and yet this whole haul altogether cost me under $140. Maybe it just simply boils down to K-beauty tends to cost less than Western products, including Western drugstore. Maybe high-end and luxury K-beauty costs less than Western high-end and luxury. I will have timestamps and links in the description box below if you would like to jump around this video. I did order all of these products with my own money through YesStyle, and I did use both a 15% off coupon and a rewards code. I will put mine up on the screen if you are interested in shopping YesStyle. Stylevana does also have some of these brands. But going into this video, I want you all to know this video is going to be second impressions, yes. This is my second time doing this exact routine, which I think is good overall. I have a lot more to say, hence why I'm sitting down to refilm this video. We have to get it right this time. We have to, because I am testing Bioma, a drugstore Western brand, this month. We can't be doing these high-end, luxury, mature skincare routines every day. So this is it. Oh, the amount of translating I've had to do in order to understand what I bought. But hopefully it's a fun video. Hopefully it is what some of you were looking for. Hopefully it's helpful. So we're gonna start off with the skincare routine. I bought from two brands. I bought from both Hui. This incredible little sampler set was under $30. And in terms of the value compared to the full sizes, this is quite a high-end brand. I believe their creams in here cost $300 at the full size, so $30 for the whole set. And I also bought a couple products from this brand. They're such beautiful products. I am still worried about my pronunciation, so hold on, let me look at my notes. Thank you so much to Megan Castle. She says this brand is pronounced Yehwadam. Dame like, wait, Notre Dame? No, Notre... My problem is how atrocious my French is. Yehwadam. I'm gonna tell you all a story about Alice in French in this video. That should be fun. Anyway, what's very interesting about these two brands is I thought both of these were kind of Hanbang brands. Hanbang is products that are based on traditional Korean medicine. They'll contain at least 1% of TCM or TKM herbs. And I even noticed that with this brand, one of the characteristics they advertise is that they are made in the same lab as History of Whoo, which is a more expensive brand. This is kind of like Gongjinhyang, in that it's a more affordable Hanbang brand. So I thought the Hui products would also be Hanbang, but I was very wrong about that. This is a very different approach, which now that I've done a lot of reading and translating, I think I can tell you a little more about. But let's get into this routine. It will be an AM skincare routine for me, and again, all of these products address and target anti-aging. Look at how beautiful these are. If you saw me unbox or talk about the History of Whoo set that I purchased, that was also beautiful. This is a 5-piece set, and we are going to start with the skin softener. Softeners are typically more of toners, and the texture on this is thicker than water, so we don't need anything other than just my hands to apply this. So let me tell you a little bit about this Hui brand and this first Geniture line that I'm testing. So this whole brand is based around, as they say, stem cell activating technology. This is going to be something you will notice in every one of the product ingredients. You can see those oligopeptide ingredients. And also the addition of peony, which I have to admit to you, initially I was over here going, like the flower. But you know, this is why it's important to not just dismiss concepts based on your thoughts, right? You have to actually look into them. So I did, and they are using an active part of peony. I think not in this product, but in one of the products that will come, by the name of peonol. And you know, there actually is research looking into this active part of this peony plant for anti-inflammatory activity. I also went completely in the wrong order the first time I ever tried these, so today I think I have a better idea of how to use these. I'm going to follow with the first Geniture Sim Micro. The names of these products, what they are called in terms of steps, softener, essence, emulsion. As I've talked about before, it's a bit debatable. This is the product that has kind of the most different ingredients list of all. It's a bit of a gel-like serum with some postbiotic ingredients. And I believe this one is quite a pricey product, so we are going to take that tiny amount and spread it carefully. All of these products do have scent, like I hopefully alluded to in the intro in this video. This is not going to be a video for every one of you. And my fellow sensitive skin types, some of you may have already determined that these ingredients lists are not for you, and that's totally fine. I just also wanted to share for those who are comfortable with these different ingredients lists. I have to say I like the scent in these products. I've been kind of picky with scents sometimes. I'm a little iffy on the history of Whoo sometimes. It's a very perfume fragrance. This one actually does smell like peony flowers to me. Yeah, you might have already expected that. You would have been right. And I feel these first three products in this first Geniture set, it is amazing how much they immediately give my skin a glow. You're gonna see it. You are going to see it. And then that brings us to the emulsion, which I was so flabbergasted by when I first tried this on. It is not what I expected from an emulsion. You know, emulsions are usually kind of a more lightweight moisturizer. This is more of an essence almost. I'll show you the texture here. It's a little hard to get out of the packaging. Are you able to see that? We got a good visual on it. Definitely a gel-like product, but not really the moisturizing kind of product that I was expecting. I feel like I really like this. Whatever step this is, this might have actually been my favorite, at least the first time I tried all of this. Because it is so different. If you like essences, if you like those thicker essences, oh, you might love this. We're going to take a quick break from the Hui brand because I want to also include a serum in this routine. Arguably this was a serum. It's all arbitrary. This is why it really is okay to do your skincare routine, whatever works best for you. And I have decided to go with the Yehwadam Hwansaenggo Rejuvenating Radiance Serum as my next step today. I like to try to go thinnest to thickest, and that would mean this next. So this is a good example of an actual hanbang product, even though it is much more affordable compared to brands like Suwasu. More affordable than Donginbi, absolutely, and yet you see those traditional Korean herbs right there in the ingredients list. Now, this brand has a ginseng serum, which you know I had my eye on. I've talked a lot about how much I love ginseng, which is a TKM herb. Ginseng is so beloved in Korea that there really are, I think, multiple Korean journals dedicated to the topic of studying ginseng. But yeah, I was browsing and I saw this serum and I noticed that it too has ginseng, so I thought, why don't I try that one? I'll be the one to adventure out and try this, which had fewer reviews. This brand also has a very light smell to me. I would say this is less fragrant than the Hui products. And in spite of being affordable, look at this. Look at how gorgeous the packaging is. One of the most common questions I get on this channel is there something that is similar to Suwasu at a more affordable price point? I am so glad that some of you have recommended this brand to me because I think this might absolutely be what you all are looking for. This serum actually came with a guidebook that does have an English translation. I'm so grateful for it because, again, there's so little information about these products in English. I'm gathering that it is indeed an anti-aging line with honeysuckle flower, willow bark, and sea buckthorn. In addition to all of the hanbang herbs, the goal of this line is to brighten skin with rich moisture, and you could see that in the texture of the serum itself, which already feels so moisturizing. That's a beautiful serum. But let's move back into the Hui line. I want to use the eye cream as well as the cream. This packaging, I cannot get over it. This eye cream has such a thick, gorgeous texture, just like the cream. Both feel like they are absolutely made for dry skin, and I think they are. I think these are maybe not even for 30-year-old skin, maybe for 40s, 50s. That's what I was gathering from my translations. And beyond, I mean, they are rich products, but, you know, again, I'm kind of glad I'm doing a second impressions today because I can tell you, I did not experience breakouts from these. So let me tell you a little more about how I ended up digging deeper. There's so little reviews, there's nothing on YouTube, Instagram, so I finally reopened my Hui app, and there actually are a lot of reviews for this brand. But I hit a brick wall so quickly because Hui requires you to write a review on a product before you can read reviews, and the whole app is entirely in Korean. But I don't know if you've met me yet. I am a very determined person, so I went back and forth between screenshotting the app and Google Translate, and I figured out how to write a review. It did take me an hour, but we did it. We did it. I do worry that the one review from me might not be very grammatically correct. That's the problem with Google Translate. You get a rough idea, but sometimes the terminology doesn't always make sense once it translates. I feel like my review might actually say, "This moisturizer feels like a warm blanket to my desert skin. I experience no volcanic activity." It might say that. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to read reviews. All right, moving into the Cream Intensive, which actually feels a lot like the eye cream. Can you see how thick this texture is? Look at that. That's how you know. A little goes a very long way with this product. So I posted my review. I hope it does make sense. And then I got to reading a lot more about this brand. And I think it was so interesting how many people were saying they had basically the same experience I did. This is a more expensive brand. A lot of people were commenting on that, but they were all really happy with it. A lot of people were saying they were surprised that they weren't experiencing breakouts. Their skin was just looking amazing. Likewise, I was very worried when I first tried these, but it seems my skin really likes these. Most reviewers said that if you have oily skin, you will probably not like these moisturizers, and yes, I'm inclined to agree. You still might like the first 3 products from the set, though. You might like those. Let's finish with this sunscreen. This is the Hwansaenggo Serum Infused Sun Cream, SPF 50+, PA4+. This was a beautiful sunscreen. I'm really actually very excited about using it again today. It's got a light tint to it, not a lot of tint. It is a hybrid. Wait till you see how gorgeous this looks on, though. I don't know if this will work for all skin tones. Probably not, actually, just because it is a hybrid. But if you do have a more fair skin tone, this might be a really nice option. I get a lot of requests to try tinted sunscreens from kbeauty, and so far it's not gone great. I feel like this sunscreen might actually change my opinion there. Are you seeing how nicely this applies? This is beautiful, and it is very comfortable. It is not drying. And I still haven't told you the price. Oh, I guess I have, because I actually have it in the product picture. But yes, This is usually about $20, if not less. So that's the first layer. I feel like if I was using a strictly mineral tinted sunscreen, no way I would have applied it that quickly, no way. But let's go in for the second layer here, and I'll also tell you about my French. It's maybe a little bit of an embarrassing story, but I seem to have no problem with telling embarrassing stories on my channel. You know, somebody has to make up for the lack of Cosmopolitan's most embarrassing stories section. So back in high school, I had to choose a language to learn, and the choices were Spanish and French. Spanish would have been the wise choice, but I don't know why we put these decisions in the hand of teenagers. I went for French, I guess because I have some French heritage, so I thought I would connect with that. But the problem is, I was not exposed to a lot of French growing up, and I feel that might be one of the keys in picking up an accent. Now here's the thing, I was always a good student, so I scored great on my exams. 100s, all the time. The problem is, when it came to our speaking exercises in class, wow, it was nothing short of atrocious. My poor teacher, she was so nice. She was so nice. She was so patient with me, but, you know, she would say, you can do this. You can handle this, Alice. Just say hello and say what your name is. So I'd be over here going, bonjour, je m'appelle Alice. How'd I do? She tried so hard. She tried so hard. I couldn't get my mouth to do the right shapes, I guess. The story doesn't end here. We'll pick it back up in a moment. That's the application. You can see the glow. You can see that it just melts into my skin. It is really a nice sunscreen. Strangely, this one doesn't have a lot of scent to my nose. I smell the a floral scent more in the serum from this brand. We're moving into the makeup section, and it's overall a small haul here. I just have a couple products from Hui, as well as a History of Whoo luxury lipstick. I also did buy a face palette from Juicy, but technically this is kbeauty, so I don't know if we'll get around to that one today. I really don't know where the high-end division starts with kbeauty. I do know, though, Juicy is the sister brand of Judy Doll, and they are priced a little bit more high, and they also feel like better quality. Maybe we'll get to that. We are going to use this stick foundation, which I cannot get over how huge this is. Let me see if I can demonstrate. I have a stick foundation here, an American brand that I don't buy from anymore. Do you see the size difference? I'm not even done telling you about how exciting this is. This stick foundation is an SPF of 50+, PA3+, hybrid filters as well, and it has a brush built into the packaging. I'll just start applying it and you will quickly see why I was so incredibly excited. You see it already. How did I find such a perfect match? But there's a sad story along with this. You know, this is the limitation of kbeauty. This is also why I've switched to a lot of kbeauty. I am still working on a video about what kbeauty products and J-beauty and C-beauty have replaced Western products for me. It will never be foundation because even though, look at this match, this brand has 2 shades. 2. Apparently I got very lucky and am perfectly one of them, the milk beige shade, but that is very limiting, very limiting. And I also noticed, I was again looking on Hui for more reviews of this because I'm floored. This was beautiful on me. It wore incredibly well, and I use adapalene, so sometimes, a lot actually, of foundations break up around my mouth. It just seems to be where I get the most dry. This one didn't. It did not. It looked gorgeous all day. But it doesn't have a lot of reviews. The skincare products have a lot more reviews. Could that be because this 2-shade situation is limiting even to people in Korea? I did some brows and concealer off camera we are going to dip into this palette right here so I can finish telling you the story. Real quickly, this is the Juicy Cubism palette, and they have this very long-winded explanation about how there's 4 different options. You choose the one that helps with your goals. It can help with restructuring your face, basically chiseling it or making it look wider, more narrow. I got it in and I went, so it's a contour and bronzer palette. They got me with a real fancy description, but yes, contour and bronzer. Okay, the rest of the story. So, obviously, nobody in my class really thought that I was doing great in French. They only ever saw the teacher getting very frustrated with my poor pronunciation. They didn't see all my test scores. At the end of the year, my class did some kind of an awards ceremony for the top performing students. And yes, my friends, your girl was the top performing French student in her high school class. Oh, they called my name and all of the students, all of them were going, what? What? I walk up there to get my award. I'm going, merci beaucoup, y'all. It's me, the top performing French student. Technically. Surprisingly, I feel like this blush shade in here is actually kind of pigmented, so I'm going to try to not go too overboard. I also think it's meant to be kind of almost a bronzer. Back to the Hui set, because we're going to use this mascara today. Now, am I picky with mascara? I think I'm picky with mascara because I think everyone is picky with mascara. We all have specific preferences, and in all truth, the style that is most popular in Korea, which is, oh, I don't think I have one anymore, but the skinny style, that's not my favorite. However, this is not that. This is your classic natural bristle wand brush. What I will tell you is I wore this mascara the other day, and oh my goodness, I was so impressed with the fact that it didn't flake, smudge. It still actually came off nicely with remover. I feel like I'm having an identical repeat to the first time that I wore this. This is exactly how I felt after the first application. I'm not blown away, but I was blown away at the end of the day last time I wore this. So I guess that might play out again today. Let's finish off this video. We have a lipstick to apply. It is the History of Whoo luxury lipstick that I showed you in the very beginning. We have come full circle in our second impressions video today. I'm gonna have to accept there's probably no way that I can actually convey to you how beautiful this is on camera. It feels heavy. If you've ever held any of the Flower Nose products, they're a lot lighter than you would expect. It's the opposite with this. This is heavy. It comes with this. Oh, come on, camera. Is a lip brush. What a cute detail. What a cute detail. I do feel you don't really need it with this lipstick though, because it's actually a very comfortable cream lipstick with a bit of a sheen to it. I bought the shade. The name of this shade is Orange 23. It's not orange though. Kind of more of a coral color really. What stands out about this lipstick though is that it is a hanbang lipstick. The ingredients contain ginseng, ceramide ingredients. We even have those Cica actives in this product. In a lipstick, it is unbelievably comfortable. The only real detail that I would give you is I don't know if everyone likes sheen. They do have other varieties of lipstick, and now I definitely know I want to try them. There's a very faint herbal smell in this. Very faint though. I have a bit of a side story for you all. So I bought those Milani lip oils that everybody's absolutely loving. I like it. It's pretty, but it actually smells so strong that when I open it, I get a headache. It's actually a little bit too much. It turns out I don't mind smell in a lipstick, but it turns out there's a line. And my friends, that's it. That's a complete AM routine. We did both skincare and anti-aging skincare routine, as well as a makeup routine for a very natural look. And I was kind of thinking I want to tell you what my favorites are, but I think I just like everything. But that's it for today's video. As always, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you know more about these brands, please feel free to share. Again, it was so hard to get any information about these. I would love to hear from more people. Maybe we can get the word out there. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.